There we go. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Storm King's Thunder Session 10. We're at number 10.
Ooh, double
It has
digits.
been 2 full months since we last played. So we're going to do a little bit more of a detailed recap. If one of us or our viewer is watching this, our only fan is watching this later on, they know why we're maybe a little bit disheveled, or it's taken us a little bit, or we're doing a little more detailed of a recap because it's been so long since we actually played. So in session 9, so last session, a cloud giant came down from his tower, 300-foot tower, after you guys were leaving. Nightstone. You find out his name was Zephyros, and he asked you to come to his tower to have a conversation about a mission he had just for you four. No one else, not Selthor or anyone else that was there. So Selthor took notes on which tasks were completed and to make sure that you guys get your money wherever you end up going. And he'll try and send it to you when he gets back, and he'll let Captain Maxwell know. And Lucy wrote a little note to Captain Maxwell also about all the things that happened to kind of like reaffirm or make sure that Selthor tells the whole story and doesn't get caught up in something or mixed up in something. But basically, Zephyros, is having interplanar, extraplanar conversations or visions about what's happening because the ordning has shattered. Basically, the caste system for how the giants are ranked has been shattered by Anam, the Allfather of all giants. So basically, every giant felt that, and chaos is brewing. And essentially, what he got from his messages were the heroes of Nightstone you need to transport them to another location to help them to keep this war between small folk and giants from escalating any further. So that's kind of like the call to action, if you will. And it was specifically you four, and he also made bids to each one of you about why it would be important for you all or why you should be interested. So one of the things that Pip-Up did was ask for like some reassurance or something, but the best he could do was give you some books on the studies of the Moonshae Isles that he was doing. So basically, he has 500-ish books over the past 20 years, little notebooks of research he's done around there. And he gave you 4 of those for you to read and kind of keep. And we'll say throughout your time traveling, I think it was like 7 days or so total is what it will be by the time you get there. You're able to go through those and learn a lot about the Moonshae Isles in general. Cornelius asked to learn about magic stuff from him, asked about how the tower was floating, about how the magic of everything basically worked there, and he was super intrigued by all that. There was a Temple's Tribune message where Tommy Toothpick talked about the giant attack, and he brought on Selthor as a guest for it. Right. So there was a whole little back and forth there, and basically Selthor shouted you out and was like, "Hey, Lucy, I'm on the Sending Stone," and he was super excited about it. So that was fun, and then Tommy basically talked about the attack, got a message from Captain Maxwell that said, although a giant attack is very unlikely, we'll be prepared and don't worry about it. And talked about who won the Golden Pinecone Trophy and all that kind of stuff. So the normal update there. Emissaries from the Kraken Society came to ask Zephyros for his alliance with Slar Krethel, which is a Kraken. Brokas was talking a lot of crap, and they were talking a lot of crap back, and basically they both it was basically the way it was going to go was someone had to throw the first punch and then the others were going to attack, but neither one did, so it was like super tense the whole time. A lot of insults were flying, but that was about it. Zephyros went back up to his room and did another contact extraplaners to see if he should align with Sklar Krethel, and he said no, and he's respectfully declined the offer. But they also gave him some pixie dust as like an offering, and he was like, "Oh, I should have given it back to him, so I guess I'll just give it to you all." And he explained what it was, and basically, you can use the pixie dust, and something will happen. And one of them is flying, but there's other. You roll a d100 and see what happens. And then after that happened that night, Rokas, while you were all sleeping, Rokas was attacked by something invisible and took a lot of damage. You guys all were awakened at some point. And there was a Rokas. You currently have Dragon's Breath cast on you. From Cornelius. Cornelius also did a Burning Hands and actually did damage to this invisible enemy. But before we could come to that conclusion, I kept losing connection. And it was a lot of fun with screenshots and the frozen faces of the DM. And they were going to do like a frozen face gallery, which was great. So that was super fun for me. But there were storms and like we didn't just lose Wi-Fi. It was all all connection was gone. So anything else that you guys can think of basically from, and we're headed to Tribor is the place that you guys are headed to.
Right.
I know not all of you were able to watch. Anyone that did or anyone that remembers anything else, was there anything else that you can remember?
That was a hell of a recap.
Does anyone remember if I'm raging or not?
You are not.
You're not raging. And you took
Never
20 damage.
No, I have 11 hit points according to the
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you should be down pretty low.
Yeah, you got like 14 hit points or something you lost in the first attack, and then the third attack you lost 20 total or something like that. So you said you had 2/9 life left. But we can jump right back into where the combat is happening. I have your initiative orders. I don't remember. Oh, wait. We stopped when you got more damage. So it goes Cornelius, Pip-Up, the entity, Rokas, Lucy. So you just took 20 damage, Rokas.
Jesus.
And it is your turn if we want to share the screen of
there.
It'll say exactly where everyone's positioned. So Pip-Up on top of a table. Rokas and Lucy are towards the entrance of the tower, the little like draped curtain, and Cornelius is kind of right like south of the table, but closer to Pip-Up than the other two. And you just took 2 punches basically to your front, Rokas, which is, if you're looking at the screen, north of where you're at, right there. Yep, that's where you took the punches from.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna use Dragon's Breath thing that I have cast on me to just kind of blow some whatever kind of element in that general direction.
All right, perfect. What?
Yeah, let me check it out here.
Yeah, JD, I think it's you. This would be you.
Yeah,
it's something saving throw.
I assume Dex.
Yeah, I gave you fire.
Okay,
and
there we go.
It's a 15-foot cone, dex saving throw, 3d6 damage, failed on a failed save, half as much damage on a successful.
Since you cast it, is it your spell save DC, JD, or is it Rokas?
Yeah,
which I don't know.
No, I don't have a spell save DC.
So it's got to be. So what is? What are they trying to beat?
Yeah, here. Oh, God, the Google Meet thing is kind of annoying with where it wants to be on the screen. I just gotta get used to that. Spell save DC is 14.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage, Rokas.
It was 3d6. Is that right?
Yeah,
3d6 fire for you. Yeah.
11.
All right. It takes the full 11. As you are, it is literally right in front of you, even though you can't see it. It is right in front of you. You hear a slight screech, and what you see right in front of you is it's hard to explain. It's not like a humanoid like figure. It's not like a visible human standing there. It's more wispy, but like the fire curls around it and screeches as it gets hit and then goes back to being invisible.
Hmm.
Huh.
Do you have anything else?
Nope.
All right, Lucy, you're up next. Oh yeah, did good damage. So that's only the second time you've gotten done damage.
I will walk up to my main bro. I'll give 10 points of lay on hands healing.
Woo! I forgot who you were. It's been so long. I didn't even remember you or a paladin. Thank you.
You're welcome.
do you want to move your character up to him just so I?
May you please remember me with my healing of you.
Fondly.
Yeah, thanks. I'm only on one monitor, so if you could move me, that would be great.
Oh, all good, all good. Is that a bonus action or is that your action?
That's an action. Just make sure I don't have any sweet bonus actions I can use. Yeah, no. Turns out you gotta see a lot of stuff to do a lot of
Right?
stuff. So no, that'll end my turn after I heal him.
Okay, cool. Cornelius.
All right. So did I see where this
Yes.
thing was visible?
You're looking right at him. You saw exactly where it got hit and
Oh, that's right. Because I positioned myself here so my cone would hit where I thought it was without hitting him, I believe. Okay. Then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands. And I think I'm positioned where I was. If you want me to remeasure, I can, but just to make sure I didn't hit Rokas. So can I just cast Burning Hands?
yeah, you don't have to. I don't have to measure it. Like basically, you position yourself to where you've done this a couple times. You know exactly what area will get hit and what won't. So yeah, go ahead. Is that another saving throw? Right?
Yeah, save of 14 again of deck for Dex.
I rolled a 3 and I rolled a 4, so full damage.
All right, so that's 13 damage.
All right. Honestly, I won't keep describing it. It's the same thing. It's a screech. It's fully engulfed in flame, wispy looking formless form, and then goes back to being invisible.
Okay.
And anything else for you?
No, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
All right, Pip Up, you did cast Shillelagh at the end of your last turn.
Okay.
So that is active at this point.
So the question I have for you is, am I able to cast a spell on this thing? Like am I be able to detect, like, get visual on him with these flames kind of like hitting him and flashing and showing his, like, whatever it is? Or is it still like invisible at this point in time?
So I would say it's invisible, or like I think it's written as invisible. I would say if it's a spell attack, you would have disadvantage, and if it's a save, they would have advantage.
So what about something like Hunter's Mark? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
For that.
Okay.
I'm thinking if you're trying to do damage to it, that's fine. But yeah, not.
All right. Well, in that case, I will cast Frostbite on it.
All right.
Just to
So
try
you
and
have
do something.
disadvantage then.
Okay.
It's a spell attack, right?
I'm double checking right now.
I think that was the Constitution save one.
It is a Constitution.
Oh,
saving
that's a
throw.
con save one. So I'm gonna give
Yep.
they get advantage on that then.
Okie
Oh, I'm
dokie.
thinking of frost. Oh wait, you're doing frostbite.
I'm doing a Frostbite. Yes.
All right, that's okay.
So it's going to be DC 14.
All right, they save.
Okay, that's a bummer. I can't really do much. Pip's just going to stay where he is for the time being.
Okay. You guys are level 5, right? Or is it 4?
4.
4.
But since you're confused, we should level up to
That's-
5. That's where we should be.
No, that had nothing. I wasn't like hinting at it or like implying anything. I just couldn't remember.
Cool.
But all right, Rokas, you. Oh, hold on, I got to get to it.
Attack me instead.
All right.
Totally
Does a
thought I
15
heard
hit?
something. Never mind. Go ahead. 15 hit me?
Does a 15 hit?
Me? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, it does hit.
Okay. So you feel this air breeze right past your face as you're kind of like after you do your dragon's breath, and it goes like right over the top of your head. And then another one, you feel just a sharp pain in your stomach as you feel the impact of a bludgeoning type a force or whatever. And that is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ah,
Dang.
I just got 10 healing.
That's true.
Well, you took 20 damage last time, so you only took 10 damage this time. So,
True.
and it is your turn.
So can I kind of ascertain where that came from?
Right in front of you, right in your face.
So if I like lunged at it and tried to grapple it, would that be something I could do?
You can try to do that.
I'll try and do that.
Okay.
So it's a it's a contested athletics check.
All right. Hold on, though.
Brad's cooking up there. DM's cooking.
I don't think this thing can be grappled.
Oh, okay. So I just fly right through it.
Yeah, so I'm saying you can try because obviously it punched you and it hurt really bad and it's right in front of you. But I just want to make sure I'm not wrong. I'm like
That makes sense. If it's like a air wispy demon thing.
Be the name of our band.
Air wispy demon thing.
Yeah.
Death metal, but really positive message.
I'm okay with that. We'll ask ChatGPT to give us the lyrics. Yeah.
All right, well, so the Google says maybe it can be. I don't know.
Well, it's up to you. You make the call.
I don't feel like it can be grappled.
Okay, done.
There
So
you go.
I like reach out to try and grapple it and just like fly through it and end up over here.
Yep. You feel something. Like there's definitely something there. Like if you were to walk through like a strong
cold
wind.
shiver.
Yeah, but nothing for you to actually grab onto, which is weird, right?
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Lucy. You saw that happen. He went to go hug nothing and he hugged nothing.
And he took like a couple steps forward, right? Like he.
Yeah. I'm on the other side of it now.
Okay.
Yeah, he basically went for it and then like stumbled forward, it seemed like maybe 2 or 3 steps.
I am going to take my great axe and swing and come down like right where he went through. Like and as close to fucking Rokas as I can without hitting Rokas, right? So
so
with a couple
attack
steps
with disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, fucking bummer. Well, let's see. 15 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Okay, this is a D12 plus 4. 11 all day.
All right, you feel like you hit this thing, whatever it is, and it feels like it makes a screech sound as
Mhm.
you come down with your great axe. It just slides way too easily through it though to feel like you made a full amount of
Yeah.
impact.
Yeah. Okay.
But it still hurt it,
Mm.
definitely. You definitely heard the screech from it being in pain. It just felt
Okay.
like it wasn't as effective maybe.
Yep. Aim for the axe. Magic is best. Magic is best.
Perfect. Good?
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. End of my turn.
Oh, you're good. Cornelius.
All right. So Lucy, did you move up then?
A touch. Yes. I'm probably closer to here.
Okay. I see them both kind of physically going after and Rokas. So I guess Brad, I just want to know how precise you want me to be with positioning because I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna do my breath attack, but like basically same idea, right? Because it's 15-foot cone. So can I keep myself where I'm at, or do you need me to like move around based on where they're at? So I'm
You
not
would
hitting.
have a tough time not hitting one of them.
Okay.
You would have to be perpendicular to them, essentially.
Okay.
And really close.
I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna roar and kind of storm this way. So south and be kind of next to where Rokas is. Even though he went like through it, he's not on the other side of where we thought it was, is he? At this
he's
point?
on the other side. Lucy kind of chopped.
Okay,
like,
so it's
towards
kind of
the
like that. Like if I go next to it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
more. I think that's more accurate. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just sort of go to the empty space where I think this thing is, so I'm not, and then do my breath attack. So I breathe in and do my cold damage instead of my burning hands. This time it's a con save of 12.
Okay. Nat 1.
Hey.
Okay, so it takes 7 cold
Wow.
damage.
7.
I'm just like breathing out my icy breath.
All right. Again, it screeches and it goes. Ooh, brr.
Burr.
It's like a Dentine
All
Ice
right.
commercial right there.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Mentos Freshes.
So Pip Up, this invisible thing looks surrounded, but you don't see anything there still. There's a little icy frost that hit it. But it is where it's basically people on all three sides of it, it seems like.
I hate to like metagame talk, but I don't know how to say this like in game terms without being like direct. So is the fact that it has frost on it enough of an indicator so I can cast a spell without disadvantage? Or nah?
I think because you go right after him, like it happens so fast that I would almost think Pip Up would know.
Can
what
Pip Up
Cornelius
see
is gonna do.
Pip Up see an outline of this creature in some way, shape, or form? Maybe it's a better way to phrase it.
For a split second, yes.
Cool. In that case, I will try Frostbite one more time. So DC 14 Constitution save.
Fail.
Okay, cool. So you see Pip on top of his giant table, like sitting on top of it with his glowing shillelagh. Just reach out his hand, shoot an ice beam straight towards it, connects and does. What do I add to that? Anything?
No, I think it's
Nothing.
No.
So 3 cold damage, but it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Perfect.
So probably just not advantage.
Which
anymore.
might not help, but hopefully it does.
No, that's good.
I don't know if they quantify like natural, like fist attack as a weapon.
Yeah.
It says weapon attack.
Yeah, next weapon attack has disadvantage.
All right.
No, that works. It would work.
And I think Pip's gonna actually hop down off the table and like scamper over this way just to get a little bit closer. And he'll kind of hunch down right there.
So you hear this thing again, like screech a little bit. And for the split second you see it, it kind of like it does like vibrate a little bit and like go closer to the ground, like flinching almost.
Hmm.
So it's doesn't like what's happening. But what you don't see is does a 12 hit Cornelius or not Cornelius? Rokas.
No, it does not.
Okay. 14.
Nope. Are these at advantage? Or that's I guess not the first one, but
Oh. Should be because it's
should
invisible,
be.
right? Okay.
it's not the first one because of Pip Up's attack.
No, the first one failed for sure. So then the second one at advantage, the second roll does hit. It's like a 18 plus.
Oh, can I silvery barbs that?
I think it's a creature you can see, right?
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Mm,
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't work then.
Stupid rules.
Fucking invisible fucking creatures.
I'm trying to be as flexible.
No, you're right. You're right. That's fair.
All right. I don't know many hit points you have left, but that's 7 bludgeoning damage.
oh my gosh.
I'm fine.
Okay.
He's delirious, guys.
Yeah.
He said he's
Fine.
fine. Leave him alone. He's got this.
So it's your turn, and I'll say because it's quote unquote surrounded, you don't have disadvantage on an attack. But your breath weapon would need to be positioned differently than where you're standing now.
I'm just gonna recklessly attack this bastard.
All right, so you do get advantage then because
'Cause I'm
flanking is
reckless.
the disadvantage. So reckless is advantage.
Cool.
Natural 20.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go.
That's
Hold on.
Love
awesome.
to see it.
I don't know if I have this many big dice.
What is it? I don't even
1d12 or 2d12. I'm gonna add. Okay. 17 points of damage.
Oh, there we go.
Fuck yeah.
Dang.
Let's go.
All right, what is this what are you hitting it with?
A battle or a great axe.
Okay. So it feels like you should have done more damage than you actually did. But it's a hefty hit on this creature that again screeches as it gets hit.
The screecher. Yeah.
I can't right. I can't do simple math, so I have to use my calculator. All right. Anything else from you, Rokas?
Nope.
All right, Lucy. Your battle axe or your great axe is a little bit hot, or no, it's a little bit cold in your hands based on the frost breath that hit this creature because you were kind of extended out a little bit. So it's kind of got like a dewy, like cold look to the blade, and like your fingers are a little bit cold, but it's your turn.
That is awesome, actually. I will pick the axe back up and strip it a little tighter so it doesn't fly out of my hands and try to come back down again on it.
All right, so because you're flanking, it's just a straight roll.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, 20 plus, 21.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do a couple things here. I want to divine smite since I hit, but
Ooh.
I want to remember how to do that.
Oh, bro, I don't
Yeah, me neither. When you hit with a melee, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 radiant
Ooh, okay.
to the target. So that's what we'll do. So it's a 12 plus 4, so 8 damage right now, and then let me roll the radiant. So 8 slashing.
8 regular, okay.
And then the divine smite. Oh man, that sucks. 5.
Oh. Maybe it's enough.
Right now.
Probably not. Damn it. Plus 1d8 plus 1.
All right. It
Is
definitely I mean,
yeah.
you heard it. You hit it and you hurt it. But yeah, Anything else?
Cool. No, that's it.
All right, Cornelius.
Oh man, I don't
Wait,
want
you can tell you're still in. You guys are still in danger.
Yeah, I want to keep using up my slots here, but I guess. Could I try? And maybe it would be disadvantage. Can I try to reach out and shocking grasp this thing?
What kind of attack is that?
It's a melee spell attack.
Well, I mean, I think I told the other two, if you're all flanking it together,
Yeah.
You could do a straight roll.
Okay. Just no advantage or disadvantage, just straight roll.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. And then here we go. So I charge my I've got it with fire, I've got it with ice, and now here I get a little bit of lightning going in my hand.
Variety.
And I just sort of like, even though I'm just gripping my staff, I just sort of hold my hand out and like, and I just punch out. Punch.
Perfect.
15.
Oh, you just hit.
All right. Let's roll this 1d8.
Let's go.
8 damage.
Let's go.
Nice, man.
All right. Again, if it could talk or wanted to talk, it'd be like the variety of damages.
Yeah.
Is what it would say. But no, a great hit on it. It like jolts a little bit from the electricity.
Yeah.
And I will real quick just to clarify, I'm so dumb. Under condition immunities, grappled is on there, like right in front of my face. So
Oh.
definitely can't be grappled.
There's a chance.
Now we know.
But,
You're right.
yeah.
Anyway, all right. Pip up. It is not visible to you.
Let's go, Pip.
Rokas goes at the top of the order, right?
Rokas goes after the creature.
Right.
We started in the middle of the order. It's really Cornelius, you, creature.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. Pip's going to run up to Rokas. He's going to lay his hand on his back. Can I call for a perception check from Rokas and Cornelius?
Yeah, please do. Lucy's kind of staring at you too.
I don't think she wouldn't be able to hear. Okay.
Oh, okay. She's facing you. Okay, but not not in earshot.
What's
So
going
what
on
you're-
over there?
I'm calling for a perception check from you.
Okay. Are you just yelling, what do you see?
I'm whispering, which is why I'm asking you to roll.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
19.
Okay, cool.
6 from the
I
one
wanna
that's
make sure- I wanna make- okay, yeah, okay, cool. So as Pip rushes up and puts his hand on Rokas, Cornelius, you can tell he's casting a spell.
Okay.
If you want to roll to see what I'm casting, you'll probably know in game regardless. But you can hear him like whispering a prayer, and the only word you pick up distinctly is you can tell that he's trying to say it subtly. He's not trying to say it loud enough for you can hear him, but you hear the word Korlotomak.
Okay. I rolled an 8 Arcana, so I don't think I understand what you're
Okay.
casting. Even though I'm a wizard, that's funny.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
you-
you probably would, but
Yeah, you hear Kurtulmak.
Kurtulmak.
Yeah, that's the only the word you make out.
Okay.
Rokas, you have guidance,
Ooh.
and then I'm going to scamper away,
beep, 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 beep. Perfect.
That's funny.
and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. Rokas is fine, he says, so I'm not too worried about these rolls.
He's
Um,
fine.
He's fine.
Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
It's just
That's what I was worried about.
Okay. Uh, 10 more bludgeoning damage to you.
damn.
Rokas staggers back and falls face first
Yeah.
onto the ground
No.
with the big thud.
So what you all see, what you all
Meat shield.
don't see, is you hear a little force heads towards Rokas. There's an impact in his like jaw, like
Mhm.
there's some rippling as he
Yeah.
kind of like staggers and then falls forward onto his face. So Rokas is down, and you are not sure where this thing might be. As I will roll your first death save, Rokas.
Oh shoot.
And who is next? Lucy. You see all that happen.
Damn, dude.
I'm fine. Actually, on his way down, he says that again.
I'm fine.
But I'm fine. Shoot.
Rules as written, to flank, you have to be on either side of the thing, right?
Yeah, and what you both have to be conscious. My just
So that's what I mean. Like
corpse
you'd have
is
to
annoying.
pivot if you think that it's still in the same spot it's at. Flank it.
Right.
We don't know where it is now, huh?
It might still just be standing there, but you're not sure.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Oh,
I'll step over him, like to here.
Okay.
step over and squat down over him.
Wow.
And I'll give him the last 10 of my healing ability, lay on hands.
Okay.
Join us, buddy. You're not out yet.
Me? I'm alive?
Yep.
I'm sorry, what'd you
Lucy-
say for the healing?
10. And she says, "You're fine," and kind of like touches it on the cheek a little.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
I'm gonna kind of like stand in front of him and just kind of like put the axe kind of cross guard up, like in a defensive position. I think Lucy thinks it's this way, but very unsure.
Okay.
And that's it.
Cornelius.
All right.
Lucy, Cornelius, do a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna just actually ask to do that because I probably was distracted when he fell down, and so now I'm like, where the hell is this thing?
13
Natural.
for Lucy.
Nat 20, baby.
Let's go.
Lucy, I think you feel fine with your thoughts.
Yep.
Cornelius, you feel like you would have known if it moved or not, and you don't think it moved anywhere.
Okay. So right now, because it was here before, is that where it's at then still, or is it above here?
Based on your perception check, you really do think it is still right where it was
In front of-
before.
Okay. So I see Rokas go down, and I'm like, no, and get back up. But before he even gets back up, I start casting Burning Hands at level 2 this time.
There we go.
Um,
Okay.
So yeah, dex save of
Dex save.
14.
Wow. Pass.
So I just got a 14. So he still takes eight fire damage because you
Okay.
said he passed the save. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So
So
I rolled
that's 8 is
16
half.
damage and it's half. Yeah.
All right. It gives out another screech. And as you kind of like, as the flames kind of wrap around it, you see that it's like not connected in certain parts almost. Like it's this one big wispy form. that is now kind of like not all together, it seems, but it is still moving around.
Okay. Can I would it be Arcana or History, or do I have to choose to see if I know what this thing is?
I would do definitely Arcana.
Okay. What's my +1? And the screen is so tiny on this computer. So I rolled a 23.
Yeah, you know, and I think you put together when Rokas said, "What was in your friend's bag?" or what did you let out of the bag? Or he said something like that when the cultists were standing in front of you, and Rokas noticed the second person's like bag like opened,
Yeah.
and nothing came out of it. You are like fairly certain that an invisible stalker is what came out of the bag, and you know based on what that is, that basically they're assigned a target, and they are tasked to destroy that target basically.
Okay.
So it stays. It completes its task, then returns to the summoner. And its task, it seems like, is what it's doing.
Hug Rokas.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of like have a light bulb moment, like, oh crap, has to be what this thing is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's only attacking one person, and it's invisible.
Okay. I mean, I already did my attack, so I don't know how much. Can
No
I
one
just
else
yell
knows
out
that, by the way.
Invisible Stalker? Can I yell out Invisible Stalker? Or is there enough time or no, since I did an action and I perceive yeah. It's up to you, obviously.
Honestly, I don't think anyone would. I don't think that's going to change anyone's tactics. So yeah, you can yell it out to everybody.
Okay. Invisible Stalker.
And if anyone wants to do a history or a kind of check to know what that means, please do. We'll say 15, since it's pretty rare.
I mean, if you're gonna tell me to try,
I rolled Arcana but did not pass.
Okay.
I think I tied it. Let's see if I have a -1 to history. I do. 15.
All right. So you, surprisingly, you remember reading a scroll or a tome as a wee boy about an invisible stalker. So, you know,
a wee lass. A wee
girl, a wee lass. It was one of your dwarven bedtime stories, like the scary stories. Don't get out of bed, or the invisible stalker will get you.
Lucy's backstory just got a whole lot weirder.
A whole lot weirder. And she's immediately sad and angry, remembering her dwarven family.
Rokas, did you want to roll a history or arcana?
I don't think he would know.
All right. Probably not. You're right.
He's smarter than
he doesn't read a whole lot of history books or magic tomes.
Pip Up, you heard that, but you can't really put a finger on what that actually is. But it's your turn. So
I think Pip's tired of trying to like do this random stuff, so he's gonna wrong screen. Run all the way around, and we think it's like right in this little center area here still.
Yep.
I'm gonna take my shillelagh and just try and like swing horizontally and try and make contact.
And that's magical because it's a shillelagh.
It is magical.
Oh, nice.
It is magical.
Go ahead.
That's a dog shit roll. I'm guessing a 9 probably won't do it.
It will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Pass right through the air like nothing's there.
Damn.
Yep. We'll go ahead and just call that a turn right there.
All right.
Oh boy. He's laughing. He's smiling.
Does a 15 hit, Rokas?
Yep.
All
Sure
right.
does.
Do I need to roll? Oh wait, no, you got 10 hit points.
He's got 10.
Some crazy things could happen.
Do 9. Do 9.
It's exactly 10
Yeah.
damage on the first attack.
Oh,
So you're unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
I
got
haven't even
more-
gotten off the ground yet from the last time I fell.
So you were prone. Now you're unconscious.
Yep.
And what happens when unconscious being gets attacked? It's an auto crit.
Auto fail.
oh,
I think it's an auto
Two,
fail.
it's 2 death saves.
Is it really? Oh, jeez.
oh
So
shoot!
you see him get bludgeoned, fall back unconscious, and then get bludgeoned again.
Fuck.
Um,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
so actually, he's up next. That means I'm going to roll his death save.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Luckily, we have a cloud giant that might be able to revive him.
All right. It is
Don't tell us.
Lucy's turn.
Yeah,
It is Lucy's turn. No. When she steps over him again
real
and
quick.
swings the axe down as hard as she can.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll's fine.
yeah, 19.
Yep, you hit.
So in this time, you can see that her tattoos start glowing again, and you know that there's the dew on the axe. It immediately evaporates off into steam, and the axe turns as red as like her skin and tattoos. And I'll do Searing Smite. So that is
nice.
an extra bit of damage, but it does catch the thing on fire. So if it's not on fire, or if it's not like immune or anything, it would catch fire. But let's do damage.
Yeah, go ahead. It doesn't say it can't be.
Okay. 6 slashing.
Okay.
And then let me see what I roll for Searing Smite. Another D6. Well, not another, but a D6. So
Another one.
2 fire damage.
Okay.
And then the target ignites in flames. So at the start of each of its turn, until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution save. On a failed save, it takes another 1d6.
I'll just read through this again just to
All
make
right.
sure. I think that's fine.
Okay. Can we see it now because it's on fire? Is my question.
What you see,
Like-
yeah, so you see this happen, and the other fire attacks kind of like it scorched it and then like went out right away.
Yeah.
This axe, as you come down through it, it kind of like engulfs the flames, and like you see like little like fire tornadoes. Like if you've ever seen like
Oh,
like
yeah.
small ones like kind of swirling around inside this thing, as it looks like tattered, and like there's like puffs of like wind that are coming out of different spots, but it is there and it is visible.
Cool.
So Cornelius, it is your turn.
Okay.
You can see it now.
Yeah, I can see it now. Man, I kind of didn't want to use up a bunch of spell slots, but it seems like it's time. So now that this thing is visible, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to create a chromatic orb of fire to add insult to injury and cast it at this thing. Okay, so spell attack. Critical fail.
Miss. So what's funny is what element?
Fire.
So it's like swirling in this fire, and then you like shoot the chromatic orb right in the middle of it, and like there's a gap right in the middle, and it goes right through, and it hits some like curtains that are like kind of hanging down, like decorative, and catches one.
Oh no. Okay. That's my turn.
All right, Pip, you can see it. You're
flanking technically too. Okay. Cholet, lay it up. That will hit. That's
Damage.
a 21.
Definitely hits.
Good. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, that's very cool, actually. That's fuck. 7 magical bludgeoning damage.
All right. How does it look when you relieve this
Oh,
air elemental from existence? How you remove it from existence?
I think now that there's like a fiery haze over the form of this thing, Pip just like takes aim, grabs the shillelagh, and just like whips it up, like almost like an uppercut, like a uppercut strike, hitting it like right in the chin, just like dissipating it. And as soon as like it makes contact with like the conscious portion of this creature, it just like dissipates, and the flames kind of scatter off, and like you just tell the air is like calm now.
Yep. And that's exactly what happens. And then you see the flames stop. And we're going to stay in order because it is
Right.
Rokas's turn.
Well,
So I might be rolling for no reason. I could be rolling for a reason. We'll see.
oh my God.
All right. It is Lucy's turn.
Rush. Just get right down and attempt to stabilize.
All right. Is that a medicine check?
Can I assist?
I don't know because we're in turn order. We're in like turn based.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
true,
you're
true.
still in
Sorry.
turn-based mode. You haven't turned it off yet.
Is it a medicine
yes.
check? to
Actually, no. You're
stabilize?
right after him. So yeah. It's
Okay,
gonna be
so
both
can I
your
use my
turns.
upcoming
Yeah.
turn to give him advantage on it?
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. 16.
You're checking him. You're trying to stabilize him. Do
He
whatever
did.
you can. And there's a pause, and then his chest rises and falls.
Oh.
Rises and falls.
Yeah.
I rolled a
Uh-oh.
13 and a 12. So
No.
Wow.
way.
Wow.
My question was gonna be, did you fudge it?
no, I rolled I should have took pictures. I rolled a 13 and a 12.
I was excited though.
And if the stalker had gone, like if
Oh, yeah,
Eric
for
rolled
sure.
less than 5 damage, the stalker would have killed you.
That's
Oh
true.
my God.
That's
So-
true.
Close to a fatality as we've come.
Yeah. So we're gonna stay in turnover because there's now flames.
In the curtains.
Pip up, it's your turn, and there's
yeah.
a decorative curtain drape that is on fire. And
my
Rokas
turn?
seems to be breathing. It's your turn. Yeah. Because Cornelius helped.
Gotcha.
Who's-
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna cast frostbite on the curtains.
Okay, good enough. Yeah, that works.
Nice.
So you might have some explaining to do, but you are out of combat. It is nighttime. It is early evening. You would estimate that you probably just went to bed like an hour ago. So the thing saw you guys go to sleep and then attacked. But yeah, you're out of combat, so you're free to rest here. I think Rokas, after like an hour, you regain consciousness and then can rest. But you're free to do whatever you want to do in this moment, or either talk it out or just go back to sleep, or whatever you want to do.
Cornelius, what did you say that was?
It is. He's called. He's called an invisible stalker.
That's scary when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Tell me, this creature, the invisible stalker. What does it do? How did it get here?
Invisible stalkers, they are given a task, and they will go to any ends to complete their task that their master has given them, and then they shall return to their master. So in this case, I believe that its task must have been to kill Rokas. And I think we know where this came from.
How's he doing, Lucy?
He'll live. She's breathing really heavily. Super fucking pissed. He'll live, but I swear we will take vengeance upon those who set him free. And
Agreed.
did the stalker become visible?
It's an
The
air
body.
elemental,
It
so
dissipates, yeah.
Oh, okay. She was gonna put an axe through its dead body, but instead she'll like grab the axe off the ground and then fucking stab it into the floor and just like fucking breathe heavily while looking down at Rokas.
Do you should I make some good berries for him?
Please, I think he could
No,
use it.
okay.
I'm out of healing. And then as you do that, and she kind of starts to calm down, she'll kind of like make him, comfortable, like flip him on his back, kind of move him a little over to the side, and just kind of watch over him a little bit.
As Pip-Up kind of like goes down and like gets his hand set and kind of like curls it up and kind of like produces the good berries, he'll take half of them in his own hand and give half to you, Lucy.
Cool. Is that 5? Is half?
Yes. So you
Okay.
have 5 good berries. I'll take 5 as well. Put them in my little bag, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back to getting some rest. If you have use of me, let me know. And Pip's gonna just like back up and head back towards this little like studying cove / nook up here at the top.
Cool.
And
I'll put. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that I would also want to watch over Rokas and maybe continue my rest. I don't know if we're doing long rest or short, or to talk through actual logistics of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of maintain vigil and right here.
Cool. I will pop a good berry into his mouth and try to help him, like, swallow and do that whole thing. Which I imagine takes a couple minutes. Yeah. It's probably kind of weird. But I imagine once it hits him, he'll wake up and help finish
You
that
could
off
just
there.
mama bird it,
So
That's true.
you guys have done this in combat, and it doesn't seem as weird as it does this time.
Yeah. Lucy's like moved into like grief phase. She's like, "Here you go, buddy." It's like
Yeah.
putting it in his mouth.
So yeah, Pip-Up walked away. Everyone else is kind of like staring as you're, moving his jaw for him. But eventually, Rokas, you regain consciousness with Lucy's hand around your jaw, pushing it up and down as feeding you that good berry. So you're at 1 hit point.
I just like bolt up, look around, and say, "Am I dead?"
You're still with us. You're still with us, big buddy. You're still with us. She just like kind of needs to collect herself a
You're
little bit.
sure?
And I put my hand on his shoulder. I go, "Yes, friend, you're fine. As you said, you're fine."
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for not letting that thing kill me.
Of course, he just lost consciousness for a moment.
Thanks for taking all the blows.
What?
Thanks
Wasn't
for
it you guys too?
taking all the punches.
No, and I guess I would explain to Rokas the situation. That this I think it had a singular task to take you out.
What did I do?
There are many things you've done.
Probably for calling that guy.
Like starts laughing and then grabs his like broken ribs and just
Oh God!
Oh man!
Probably because you called that guy little fish so many times.
Right.
I'm sorry, did I call someone fish? Little fish?
A little fish, yeah. It was like an insult.
Yeah, I remember that now because he was like, yeah, okay, that's me.
Yeah.
He kept calling you small, and you kept saying that to him, and yeah, putting 2 and 2 together, you saw the bag open of the other guy, and nothing come out of it, and then based on what Cornelia said, you're like, yeah, that guy probably set this thing on me.
What a wuss.
And it was the Order of the Kraken or the what of the Kraken? Do you
the Kraken Society.
the Kraken Society. So yeah, that's kind of when Lucy stands back up and grabs her axe, a little bit more composed. She just says, kind of under her breath, the Kraken Society has made a great enemy this day.
Who?
And she just kind of smiles. Us, buddy, us. And she probably goes like maybe over here to kind of be alone for a hot second.
All right. What is everyone else doing? It is again, it's the beginning of evening time, nighttime. So Pip-Up's going back to sleep. What's everyone else doing?
Rokoth literally just like crawls over to his wherever it was he was sleeping and goes back to sleep.
Bedroll.
Yeah, I guess I would like to rest, but I want to kind of be with my friend.
All right, awesome. Lucy, are you just going to rest?
Chilling. Yeah, she's like brooding a little bit, and then ends up, I would imagine, falling asleep.
Okay, perfect. Long rest goes without any concerns. Do you guys remember how many days I've said you've been traveling up to this point?
No clue.
Yeah, I don't.
I think it was like 2 or 3, maybe. Not even that, maybe.
I feel like it's been at least maybe 3 or 4. Because they already had like the Temple's Tribune thing went off, and that's every week. So it's probably been 3 or 4.
Are you asking how many days it's been?
How many days it's been?
That was day 3.
That was day 3. Okay.
Day 3, I wrote on my notes, humans show up flying on birds. So that was the...
That was the next night. So this is then going to be day 4.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So we get a long rest, Brad.
So you get a long rest. It's morning time. You all stir. You see as you kind of wake, Zephyros floats down, holding his staff outward, like he needs it to do this spell to levitate down. Like, oh, good morning, little ones and medium one. I know you've corrected me a few times now. Did you sleep well?
No.
No.
No. He
Your
looks around.
defenses are lacking.
We're 1,000 feet in the sky. We don't need that many defenses, and I'm a super powerful wizard. What happened to my rug over there?
It seems the Kraken Society that visited us sent an invisible stalker to kill our friend.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it did not succeed. It looks like
It took all that we had, but we
It nearly did.
you
sent him off.
could have woke me up. I could have made short work of such a thing.
Looking back, that seems like a prudent strategy.
Yeah.
Well, I am vehemently against violence, so I would not have enjoyed it. So I appreciate you taking care of that for me, for us, for yourselves.
Yes, its task seemed to be to come after us.
Oh. You would think I turned it down. Someone must have offended them or something more than I. I was very polite with my decline of their offer, but oh, well, breakfast?
Sure.
He floats back up and then comes back down with some breakfast for you all. You can fast forward. I think you guys already kind of said what you wanted to do last time. So over the next few days, are there specific things you want to do? Cornelius, you said you wanted to learn more about just the magic of this place in general. Pip-Up, you've got those notebooks. Anything else as we kind of travel through time a little bit towards your trip to Tribor?
I'd like to know. We don't have to role play it necessarily, unless you find value in that. Does he
Yeah.
know more about the Kraken Society?
All he knows
with
is that it's secret. Is Chris mooning us?
I think
Yeah.
I just did.
We're gonna have to
Yes.
let's edit that one out.
There,
Oh,
there.
lovely.
My pants got
Sorry to
caught
call
on the
attention to
chair.
it.
We'll have to add a blur to it for you two.
Yeah.
Oh
Otherwise,
my
we'll get
God.
demonetized.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All that
Wait.
money we're making. Yep.
Don't we have to be monetized before they can demonetize us?
This might
Yeah.
allow us to get money though. Like our
Actually,
subscriber
Well,
count's
you
gonna
know.
skyrocket.
we'll just all casually stand up every now and then. Anyway, he's heard of them. They're by nature very secretive, so there isn't a lot known about them. There's no like the Zentarim, the Lord's Alliance, the
Yeah.
Harpers. Those are all mainstay. Like, yeah, these are the groups that, even though they're secretive, some of them are, you still know of them. This is even less than that. You're not sure if that's because they're extra sneaky or because they're just not that big or there's not that many of them. So
Yeah.
I think what you might take from that, other than he doesn't know much, is that it's relatively bold for them to come to
Sure.
him to ask for his partnership, if you will.
Gotcha.
They don't usually put themselves out there. They might put up a front first to kind of get into that, especially not knowing like you guys were all there and they didn't leave right away. So so that says something. So
Yeah.
you get some decent information.
Yeah. Great.
Anything else that you guys are really trying to do or want to know? Obviously, you can get to talk amongst each other too. But yeah, he hangs out with you sometimes. Obviously, he's, like I said last session, he's a little aloof. He maybe gets a little confused sometimes or distracted. But in general, he's very friendly and willing to
for the sake of
answer
time, Brad, I'll ask rather than like role play it out, just because I know we're up against the 1 hour.
We're
one more
okay.
hour.
You know,
Okay.
about that.
Well, I guess we can all. It's also just to ask you. Can I talk with Zephyrus and Zephyros? Sorry, Zephyrus is Middle English for Zephyrus from Canterbury Tales. Can I ask if he, and this is kind of up to you for mechanics, if like basically, are we going to be using this as a home base at times, or is he just going to like plop us down and leave us behind? I guess I'm kind of trying to get I would like to create like a defense, like a surveillance system, like a detect magic system with him. If this is going to be a place we're going to spend a lot of time, I guess.
Let's role play that because I think it's a good thing to maybe I'll talk about.
So yeah, I kind of I talk with him and Zephyros and like you said you don't need defenses, but we've had an attack and we've also had unwelcome visitors. I think, is there any way we can lean into the magic of this building, this cloud, this tower, and adapt them so that we may know if there are other entities that arrive without us knowing?
No, I don't want to hurt anybody. So any defenses that you would like to put up, and I can assist you as a fellow magic user and lover, must be purely detection magic. I don't want to again, but I'll warn you, and maybe I said this initially, maybe I didn't. I was given instructions by these entities. They don't say many words. Sometimes I start thinking about other things, and maybe I missed some, but they were clear. I am to take you to Tribor and leave from there. So if we are to do anything, it is temporary. for the next 2 or 3 days until we get there. At which point I will drop you off and move back to the Moonshade Isles to continue my research unless I am instructed otherwise. But unfortunately, my journey with you should end after I drop you off. Unless, of course, they tell me different, which they could, because they're mysterious.
Indeed. In that case, if it won't take too long, I believe perhaps it would be best to set up some sort of alert system detection of other entities other than ourselves for the remainder of our journey, and it would help you in case anyone decides to come visit you while you are in communion with these spirits and distracted.
I'm not too worried about many things, but I would be happy to assist you in that case. Set an alarm around the cloud. Might be fun.
Perfect. Perfect.
Might be fun.
So there's like a ranger spell or something, right? That does that kind of thing.
I'm not sure.
Like where you could set up like a magical alarm system. I'm almost positive.
That's just the alarm spell.
Oh, okay.
Just
I thought there was
still-
something where like you designate points to where something crosses that. I mean, Zephyros.
I don't know about the ranger spell, but I know that that sounds like alarm. So
right.
wizard, sorcerer, those
alarm.
classes get
Okay, it's a
access to it.
first level spell. You set an alarm against intrusion. Choose a door, window, or an area within range that is a 20-foot cube. Until the spell ends, an alarm alerts you whenever a creature touches or enters the warded area.
What's the duration then?
8 hours. You
All
can
right.
choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. You can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm.
All right, so you can do that multiple times with Zephyros's help. That will
Cool.
last like at least every night while you're resting.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you tell me what you're thinking, but the main entrance and then a couple other spots, maybe.
Yeah, like basically main entrance and wasn't there a platform before that they like landed on, like out on the causeway or something that we
Like the tower is on a cloud, and the
Okay.
cloud is solid and kind of goes all the way around it.
Then I think just
30
the
feet
first
or so.
floor. I think to make it easy, just the first floor entrance here would be good since
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Cool.
All right. Anything else?
That's all I
Not
want.
right now. Yeah.
Agreed.
I'll say. Go ahead, Joe. Did you have anything?
No, I'll say agreed. Yeah, ready.
Okay.
To
Rokas, anything from you?
He's still snoring loudly, actually.
I'm talking about over the next couple days.
Oh yeah, same.
All right, I'll say Cornelius, because of your time with Zephyros, not only setting up these alarms, but just your enthusiastic interest in magic as a whole.
Yeah.
I think that you can learn the levitate spell and use it once per long rest without expending a spell slot.
Okay.
And if you don't know Misty Step, you can also learn that, but you would have to use it.
Oh
with a
wow.
spell slot.
Use this. Okay. Awesome. So
So-
levitate and
So you get
Misty
levitate, always prepared. You can use once per long rest.
Wow, that's sick.
And then
Yeah.
Misty Step, you have learned it, but it's just like any other learned spell. You got to use a spell slot for it, and you have to prepare it.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Awesome. Thanks.
That's really nice.
And then Pip Up, of course, you learn a bunch of stuff about the Moonshade Isles.
Mhm.
They're wild and untamed, even in their most in all areas, including the civilized areas. And
Mhm.
then it maybe doesn't have any relevance to right now, but you learn more stuff about the Moonshade Isles.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So when it comes up, if it comes up, I'll let you know kind of the stuff that you kind of gain from that.
That sounds good.
But all right, yeah, we'll move forward. A couple days go by, no action. You are, you guys have been restricted to this first floor, and that's pretty much where you all stay for the most part. Maybe going out on the cloud, kind of seeing the sights, if you will. And on day 9 or 10,
Oh wow.
you are, well, no, we'll say it takes, I don't remember what I said initially. We'll say it takes 7 days to get to Tribor. It's day 6.5.
Okay.
So you are getting close. Based on your elevation, depending on how cloudy it is, you might be able to see Tribor in the distance. Like you're getting pretty darn close. But about midday comes, and Zephyros is on the second floor, which is his room, which is where he normally resides. And then you all are on the first floor, and you start to feel a little bit of shaking. Why don't you all do a perception check?
Okay.
Ooh, that's really good. 5.
Oh, you were joking.
16.
14.
7.
15. Who got the 15?
I did. Or I got 14. 14.
I got a 16.
Okay, 16. Sorry. Lucy, you hear some thunder, and you can kind of like peek out of one of the windows, and like it's the curtain like flies up just in time for you to see a storm. There's a storm that you guys have navigated into. So everything starts to rumble a little bit. It seems okay for now, but knowing that, is there anything you all want to do immediately?
Yeah, I mean, I'll call everyone over. Like, oh, look, storm ahead, storm ahead. And then I think she'll want to snag Zeph too. Zephyros,
Yes.
do we need to worry about the?
I'm
impending
kind of
storm?
busy.
Oh.
Up here. I'm trying to. The storm came out of nowhere. I'm good at the cloud. I'm good at navigating this. And he just kind of stopped talking.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's going to be much of a help, but I'm imagining we should take some sort of cover.
All of a sudden, you see cloud stairs, like the ones that from the tower down to the ground that you guys claim up initially. But these are cloud stairs coming from the second floor to the first floor. Cornelius, if you could, I could use your help.
Yes, of course. And yeah, I run over to do whatever he
You go
needs.
up the stairs to the second floor, which you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and zoom out, Eric, if you could.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I ever described the second floor. So this level is about 80 foot higher, slender windows with stained glass. You see a giant-sized bed, so basically where he sleeps, enormous wooden chest, stone shelves at heights of 20, 40, and 60 feet. And this has a collection of all his journals. So it's kind of jarring, actually, when you go up there, because you see the only person that should be up there right now is Cornelius, unless Rokas, you let yourself up there.
Yeah, I was. He likes going upstairs. We've learned. Cloud floaty stairs.
So you see, so it's kind of jarring when you first go up there because you see literally 400 to 500 journals.
Oh my gosh!
All on these shelves.
Whoa.
He said he's been, researching for over 20 plus years, and he writes everything in his journal. So it's kind of wild. And then you see him. There is a glowing 10-foot sphere, 10
Okay.
foot in diameter sphere.
Mm.
That go ahead and do a Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah. Is it that? Is that where it says
Yes.
orb? Okay.
Yeah, let me move him over there too because he's.
I only got a 13.
This, I mean, it's pretty out. It seems pretty obvious. That's how he's navigating this tower.
Okay. Okay.
So he's got his hands around it, and he's like not struggling yet, but he is definitely like straining a little bit. And
Okay.
Rokas, you're here too. Rokas, could you stand back, please? Cornelius, come here, please.
Which way's back?
Just a little towards the
just
bed.
like
Yes. Okay, Cornelius, I need.
Yes. Yes.
This is unnatural. This storm is not a normal storm. Why? That's why I said it's not natural. Help. You maybe haven't used this, but you're a magic user. You've learned quick. Can you help me? And he kind of like shows you where to put your hands to like kind of help steer this tower, if you will.
Okay. Yeah. Without hesitation, I try to.
Okay. Let's do an Arcana check and a Dexterity check.
Okay.
Oh my god. Lucy
Dex is
did
lucky.
take cover, by the way. Just
Okay.
in
So
case.
Arcana is a 22.
All right. So it's pretty intuitive. It's like the kids with their technologies, with their apps.
Yeah.
You kind of
Okay.
figure it out. And then what
Okay.
you get for your Dex?
Let's find out.
for
This is my
that,
bad
I'm gonna
one.
come up behind him and like put my hands on the orb around him, just like
No,
just like the movie Ghost.
please.
Maybe.
No touchy, please. Medium one.
I think feeling your presence tower behind me as you try and like Patrick Swayze ghost me. I go, "Ah!" and I only got a 5 for my Dex save.
Okay.
Oh,
So as
no.
that happens, the tower like drops a little bit, like turbulence. Sudden turbulence. So you guys all kind of lift up and like come back down a little bit.
Okay.
Like, please, Rokas, step back, please. And in that moment, everybody roll a perception check. Another one.
Everybody?
14.
You can zoom out to be in both floors.
Okay.
Eric, if you-
3.
Only a 9. I'm focused.
19.
Who got above a 15?
Pip.
Pip. That's it.
Yep.
You get. Oh, that's perfect. You get a weird feeling in your stomach,
Hmm.
and you feel like something's about to hit the tower, and you get an action to do something about it. If there's anything you can do.
Oh shoot.
I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah. So you cast guidance on yourself. Do you say anything? Not that you have to.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
No one can hear it, but I do.
What do you say?
I
Lucy's down there
say-
with you still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't go up.
You're still far away though. He's whispering this shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Again, you can't hear what he says.
Okay.
I don't think you notice this happens. To be honest,
Okay.
yeah, I
Okay,
cast guidance on myself.
I mean, I rolled a 3 perception, so I'm not even noticing there's a fucking storm anymore.
Yeah.
So what happens is you get this little like sense like, oh shit, something's gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, boom, a huge crash happens on the second floor, kind of south of where the orb is. So kind of in that little section below that.
Okay.
And an adult silver dragon crashes through
What?
the wall
The
with
fuck?
6, or you're not sure how many, with dwarves in its talons. And once it crashes in, it releases them. And why don't Rokas and Cornelius do an insight check really quick?
Holy shit.
And I yell, Dad!
Right.
Natural one.
I
Oh, man.
didn't know which way you were going.
12,
I know, that's exciting.
12 for me.
Anything above 10, you realize it looks like that was not planned. That's not what they were trying to do.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting the pieces out here. Oh no. How do I undo? Can you undo?
You can undo.
Control Z, baby.
Control what?
Z.
Have you never used the undo?
Not on
command?
not on this.
Not in Word or.
He was nervous. He just deleted the whole thing.
Yeah.
Your heart just goes.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, they seem to be planning to come to the tower, but not enter the way that they did.
Okay.
So that's what you notice as the 6 dwarves tumble out, and 3 of which kind of, it's like crash between the second and first floor, I'll say. But the dragon had enough elevation to kind of get up on the second floor with one of its talons, which has 3 of them, and the other 3 kind of drop down to the first floor. They don't necessarily take any damage, but they are. So there's basically 3 on the second floor with the dragon, and then 3 on the first floor. And we'll just go ahead and roll initiative.
This is an adult
You don't
dragon,
know if
you
they're
said?
attacking you, but just to keep things in order, we're gonna roll initiative.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
Cornelius
boy.
got a 21.
Rokas got a 6.
16 for Lucy.
Pip up roll of 5.
Oh boy.
So we're doing great.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to put you guys in order here. That's not good that a person rolled a 7 and is not 2 people are below them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, dudes. All right. So Cornelius, you are up first.
Okay. But I guess first I just want to see how Zephyros reacts.
Sorry, everyone do another perception check. I'm gonna try and give you some info if I can, but
16.
11.
13.
Lucy, did you say?
7. Damn it.
All right. Only one person got above Cornelius. Was that you that got higher? 16?
I only got a 13 now.
Oh, Rokas. You know that these dwarves are donned in the Lord's Alliance gear. And maybe after this round, everyone would know that. It's relatively obvious, but you notice that right away that these are members of the Lord's Alliance. And you know the Lord's Alliance, for the most part, are a lawful good group, if you will. I think it's in the, just for everyone's sake. I wrote down in our session 0, I think I told you guys about the Lord's Alliance. Think of them as the King's Guard. care most about their own towns, but will work together throughout major settlements.
Oh yeah.
So that's the Lord's Alliance. But yeah, go ahead, Cornelius. You didn't see that, so
Okay. I kind of want to just see if Zephyros, does he continue, like, is he still steering? Because he asked me to do this, so I don't want to like pull myself away necessarily. Of course I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry for the swear words. But then
There goes our monetization.
well, you're showing your
damn
butt, I'm dropping the F word. We're going down a dark path. We broke our oath.
So I'll say I put you in initiative order, so it's hard to tell with what he's doing yet. So sorry, I put you in a tough position, JD, but like you're both kind of helping navigate and you both kind of look over with like surprised eyes.
Yeah.
And he hasn't acted yet. You are the first to act.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. I don't want to, because he asked me to. I am really afraid that like breaking would make it worse.
So go ahead and just do another dex check.
Okay. Dex, here we go. Let's do better. 12 this time.
All right. The tower's rumbling and shaking a little bit, but it's staying on course. It hasn't dropped. It hasn't moved. It hasn't pivoted. So what you're doing seems to be okay.
Okay. I go, it's working. It's working.
Perfect. So then what you see is I'm just going to draw something real quick. How do I fill that in? Anyway, there's a blue. Right here is where the stairs are. So you see the three dwarves that fell down to the first floor. They're like, oh, what the? Ah! And they go to start running up those stairs. And with their short little dwarven feet, they get about a third of the way up. And they like look at you and look away. Lucy, I don't even think they see you. Pip up. And just keep going up to the second floor. And then it is Lucy, it's your turn.
She'll grab the axe, but not threateningly, right? Kind of make sure it's sheathed on her. And then she'll say, in Dwarvish.
Oh.
State your purpose here. How can we help you? Why have you come here?
And just for the sake of it, because they didn't really act, they just ran. One of them stops and looks back at you, especially when you speak Dwarvish to them. Are you in leagues with the giant? We must take them down.
Uh-oh.
With the giant or giants?
Giants. Sorry.
No, we are headed to Tribor to help. This is a means of transportation for us.
Okay, and then just for the 6 seconds, basically, you get.
Yeah.
Let's say the threat is in the skies, and that's where that interaction.
Yeah, we'll chew on that. I'll get, like I said, kind of behind, like here. But yeah, okay. So at the foot of the stairs, essentially.
Okay. So you see upstairs the silver dragon looks around, kind of gets up because it definitely did not mean to crash land sideways through the wall of the building, through the tower. Gets up and doesn't necessarily say anything, but starts to claw his way towards Zephyros. And Zephyros turns around and brings his staff up to like kind of interact or stop the dragon from where he's going. And they both kind of like lock eyes and are in like a stalemate, if you will. Like, they're both not attacking yet, but they're both like pushing each other. Yeah, actually, they go back to back. So that is what both of them are doing. And Rokas, it is your turn.
In Draconic, I'm going to just say to whoever can hear, be you friend or be you foe?
The silver dragon looks over at you because the dwarfs don't know what you're saying. And he like kind of curls his lips a little bit, and he goes, "It depends on where your allegiance lies. The giants are a threat."
This giant, and he points at what's his face, or me. Who are the giants we're talking about here?
The ones attacking, the ones in the skies.
Well, we're in the skies, but I can't tell if you're attacking us or not.
What? Why don't you roll?
A stupidity check.
No, let's. I want to say persuasion. Just do an insight to start, because that.
Okay. 7.
All right. Anything else for your turn? There's nothing else I can say.
No.
Pip up. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I don't speak Dwarvish. I do speak Draconic.
So you maybe heard that conversation a little bit because you're obviously tuned in, but you don't know what Lucy and the dwarves were talking
Okay,
about.
that sounds right. I think Pip's gonna just like try and get closer to the stairs.
Okay, yeah.
What did we say the length of these squares are?
I think they're. I don't know if we actually said for this room. I think they're 10.
Okay. So 10, 20, 30. I'm just gonna hop like back here. I'm gonna turn to Lucy and say, what'd they say?
They said they want to bring the giants down, the ones in the sky. Not sure if that means us though.
So Pip's just gonna cautiously try and like follow the dwarves up, but for now I'm gonna hold my position and kind of see what happens. I'll probably I'll cast Shillelagh too, just so I have that ready. But
are you trying to make sure they don't notice? I don't know how obvious Shillelagh is.
I don't think it's like crazy obvious, but
well, just do an insight check real quick to start as you're kind of running up and getting closer.
Okay. 13.
They don't care about you at all.
Cool.
And not like rudely, just
no, I know, like, I know you're saying
you're not a part of.
I am not on their radar at all. Yes.
Okay. Cornelius, you're up again. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you, pal.
Okay.
Money on
So I'm
now,
still steering. Okay.
Zephyros has completely left the orb to deal with the dragon. And I can actually move him over a little bit now.
Okay. I guess as he does this, I go, should I keep driving?
Yes, if in this storm, if nobody does, then we're all going to die.
Oh, great.
Or fall. I wouldn't die, but others might.
I don't know how much time I have to, because I speak Draconic, of course. If I can speak to the dragon, or if I'm gonna drive, is that pretty much gonna take all of my attention? After asking him that.
Well, so that was kind of like your bit that you could say, maybe. So give a dex, or at this point, you've gotten the hang of it. It could be a dex or arcana, honestly. I think it's the same. Like, it's using this navigation orb is kind of a mix between physical and magic. So now that you're in it, you can do either one.
Okay, definitely gonna go arcana. Oh no. It fell out of my hand and went to a critical fail.
Oh,
Didn't
Dude.
plan for a critical fail. No. As you turn and ask that, and you're like, I got this for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the rubble that like shook in, and now that the rain and the lightning is, and you can see the lightning and the thunder and the cloud, like there's steam coming in, like as you're going through like clouds. It's almost like a fog cloud like at your feet, and you don't see as you kind of like pivot. There's some loose rubble there, and you slip, and you completely fall backwards, prone, and the tower like shifts like 5 degrees, but it's enough to like have stuff start rolling. And if you were to fall and roll now, it's towards the end. It's towards the side that is broken through.
Oh god. Okay.
So you're at a little bit of an angle. The whole tower is, and you see stuff kind of like falling. Like you actually look over to see a part of the wall fall out of the hole and plummet down to where you can't
Wow.
see.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well,
damn.
Nicest natural one I think I could do on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the 3 dwarves make it. They use their dash action to make it up to the second floor. The other ones, and you hear just one of them yell, "Where is it?" to the other 3 that are already up there. And I think I skipped their turn. Anyway, they move closer to where the orb is. And that's their turn. And Lucy, you are up next.
Could I hear them say, "Where is it?"
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll book it up the stairs.
Yep. You can get up there.
And then did he say it in Dwarvish or Common?
They're talking in Dwarvish to each
Yeah.
other.
Okay. Where's what? What is it you seek? We want to spill no blood today.
The orb.
Oh shoot.
Lucy hasn't seen it yet. How else have we all been up in his bedroom, or no? This would be the first time.
No, he was relatively protective, so it was actually kind of a big deal when he asked Cornelius to go up there. You guys have been restricted to the first floor just out of, privacy.
Yeah.
And the navigation orb is up there, so if you mess with it, you could crash the whole tower.
Yeah. She actually, being a little liberal with the 6 seconds, she kind of grips the axe now and says, "I don't know what that is," and then switches to Common, but we'll protect Zephyros with our lives. And she brings the axe up in an attack ready position.
Okay. So the peas turn. I'd say the peas. You don't know what that is. It's the other group of dwarves. I keep them all straight. You see one, and they actually make an attack roll on the orb.
Oh no.
Natural 1.
Oh, thank God.
So
amazing.
Roll swings down with their battle axe and trips on the rubble, much like you did, Cornelius, and rolls into you, Cornelius.
Oh,
Shit.
And so now you're like laying down next to each other, trying not to fall. And you hear one of the other ones basically say, what do I want them to say? Once it's destroyed, we must get out of here. And that's where they stop. And then the dragon, who is entangled with Zephyros, looks at Zephyros and says, I can't remember what his voice was. Stop this weather. You're going to kill us all. And Zephyros looks at him and he says, I didn't make this weather. You must have. And he's like, this is not natural. This is I can't fly in this. And they both kind of pause and look at each other. And Zephyros is like, I mean you no harm. I am flying around with these other guys. Just taking them to a town. And that's their 6 seconds each.
Right.
We love it.
All right, we got Rokas and then Pip up.
All right. So are there more trying to attack the orb?
P1, I think it is right there. Sorry, I also have one monitor. He fell down. He attacked it and he fell down and he's on the ground with Cornelius, and then the other two are approaching it. So the two to your right, your east, look like they might be doing that.
So this is probably a terrible idea, but I'm a barbarian. I'm gonna rage.
Okay. So big.
Become pretty big.
Yep.
And I'm going to attempt to grapple one of these guys and kind of keep him pushed away from the orb.
Perfect. Yep.
The orb is important.
Huh?
And I just say, I think the orb is important. Don't attack it. And I'm gonna grapple the one guy.
Strength check, right?
Contested acrobatics.
Okay.
Acrobatics?
Athletics.
Sorry, athletics.
Okay.
Athletics.
Do a barrel roll.
While hugging.
What'd you get? You want me to go first?
22.
You said 22?
Yeah.
They rolled a 20. So you have successfully grappled
Wow.
either P1 or P2 or P3, whichever one.
Whatever one's closer to the orb.
We'll just say the one most north, so P3. So you grab him and he struggles, but you got him. He's not moving.
I'm just gonna pick him up and kind of hold him in the air a little bit.
Which he's heavier than he looks. He's one sturdy dwarf. But Pip up, you're up next.
Did I hear that whole conversation between the silver dragon?
Yeah, you heard
Yeah,
they were
friend.
speaking in common since they both don't speak each other's languages.
Cool, we love that. So I'm gonna rush up these stairs. How much movement do I need to get up these bad boys?
A dash action for sure.
All right,
It'll be a
so
little
I'll.
Especially your
that's-
little legs, right?
I've got 30 movement speed.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
not super tiny.
I was relatively liberal. It's 80 feet up from between floors.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I just said they got up with their dash action. So you can get about halfway, I'll just say.
About halfway. Okay, that
Well,
sucks.
Yeah, probably less.
All
but
right.
halfway.
I'll use my dash. I'll get as far up as I can.
Wait, well, I
Okay.
say you can get to the top if you use your dash action.
Okay, I'll use my dash. I'll get to the top. And then as I'm peeking my wee little head over like the threshold,
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell out, "Stop! We have to work together. We're gonna kill ourselves."
Now you roll a persuasion.
I wanted to cast guidance before I did this, but I can't do that when I'm dashing. That's cocked. That's
Didn't you
not
cast guidance
cocked.
on yourself before you started?
It's only oh, I did. I guess it does go for how long?
like 60 seconds, I thought.
Yeah, I guess that is fair then. Something I guess. Persuasion. Oh, hot shit. Okay, no, just kidding. That's 19.
All right.
All right. Cornelius. So I'll
Yeah.
obviously tell you what happens when we get to those.
Yeah.
but
No worries.
Cornelius, you are next
worries.
in order. You are prone, snuggling up with the dwarf.
Okay. Using my newfound skills, since we're careening all over, I'm going to cast levitate on myself.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it automatically makes the target because I thought about casting it on someone else because it would just float them into the air. It automatically lifts me 20 feet when I cast it. And then I can, because I'm the target, I can move in the air. So I kind of I go up 20 and then I use I kind of center myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then but I don't put myself on the ground. I just kind of put myself upright and I'm kind of looking around and I float back to the orb. And I kind of turn and wait to see, because I know, since I can hear what Pip said, I kind of want to see what the dragon's going to do, but I'm here to defend and or use the orb if I need to.
All right, but since you cast levitate, no
As my
one's
act.
currently controlling the orb, so it shakes a little more, and you see it kind of drop, and P1 is going to make a dex check.
Okay.
P1 falls out the hole.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
So because of the angle and it was a little bit steeper and the rumbling and stuff, P1 completely falls out of the opening, and you don't know what's happening.
Wow. Okay.
So with your persuasion and everyone hearing the conversation going on between the two very, very powerful entities right in front of you, D1 goes to run to the orb and stops and looks back at you, Cornelius.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, Pip up, the one that called out. And then D3 and D2 kind of just pause. And they're like, what do you mean? Same side. And they're like, I don't know what else they would say. Giants are attacking, and we were ordered to bring them down from the skies. And that's where they stop. And then again, the Zephyros and the dragon are kind of in a stalemate. Like they both are pushing back on each other, but I don't necessarily want them to say anything in this round, but they both kind of pause as they're both realizing this is an attack, but what's happening outside of the tower is not of either of their doings, and it's just as dangerous to both of them. So they hold their actions, we'll say, to go to Rokas and then Pip up again.
Okay, cool.
All right. I'm gonna grapple the other one who was. Did he try and make any threatening moves towards the orb?
They haven't gone yet, so you're not sure.
I've gone twice then, and they haven't gone.
No, they went. Lucy, did you go?
No, I was going to say your order. Your order might be jumbled, but you guys were on a roll.
Lucy goes, and then the other dwarfs do the thing I said. Sorry. So no, they paused basically, Rokas, but Lucy needs to go first before all that.
Cool. She just kind of doubles down, right? Lucy just says, I think we all come out alive together if we work together, like my friend said. And she just looks around.
One of them speaks up. One of them speaks up and just says, "Storm or not, the giants are attacking from the skies. We need to bring them down."
In Dwarvish, she just replies, "Not this giant, friend. This."
Go ahead and roll a persuasion.
Okay. This one. This is. Oh yeah, baby. We're at 22.
You see them ponder, almost to say, "Giants can be different." All right. Rokas, they have all stopped moving. Like they're all like in this like, oh shit, what do we do? But you're still holding one, and they're still struggling because they don't want to be held. But that's where that's at.
I'm gonna slowly put him down on the other side of where I am. In between, like I'm interposing myself in the orb.
Yep.
Between
that's fine.
the
Anything else?
no.
Hip up.
I'm gonna continue kind of rushing up the stairs a little bit.
Yeah.
Do I cast guidance on myself again? I don't think I will. Finish going up the stairs. Kind of get a little bit further into the entryway, and I'm gonna say, "We're trying to stop the giants as well. We're all on the same side. Help us."
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Nice.
I should have cast guidance on myself. 17.
All right. Cool. Let me check something. Cornelius, you're up next.
Okay. I guess I float my butt over to the orb while everyone seems to have the conversation or control, and I try and regain control of the orb and like stabilize and stuff.
Okay.
So can I use Arcana still?
Yeah. Still the same.
9.
Okay, it doesn't get any worse. You're still
Hooray.
tilted at like a you're
Okay.
still tilted at like a 10-degree angle or whatever, and it's still
Yeah.
shaking.
Lifting.
I'm
But
not
you-
used to the Inception style like floating
Right.
and
But
trying
you
to control.
saved it from
Disaster.
disaster, yes. From getting worse.
And so I guess as I do that, can I yell to Zephyrus like, I need help?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the other ones, the other dwarves basically stop and they kind of take stock. Okay, there's small folk. There's one giant. The descriptions they've gotten, I'm just going to peek into their mind a little bit. The descriptions they've gotten of the attacks have been from much larger clouds, more of castles, if you will, than a tower, a goofy-looking hat wizard tower. And they kind of put their arms down. Now, everybody make a perception check.
Okay.
5.
19.
17.
Natural 1.
Oof.
Lucy, what'd you say?
17.
Lucy and Cornelius, you see something move out of one of the little window slits to your north. Lucy, I don't know how you saw it through everybody, but you saw something move. And Cornelius, you're kind of like navigating the orb, so you're kind of looking that way anyway.
Okay.
So you see something fly by, it seems like.
Okay.
Like on the outside or that has come in?
Outside through
Okay.
the slit to the northeast. window.
And is the storm in that area as well? Like, are we
The
in
storm
the
is
storm now?
encompassing all of you, it seems like.
Yep. Yep.
And then, okay, you see lightning start to crackle and shoot through the window. And Cornelius, you have, and Lucy, you have an opportunity to do something as you see not lightning striking in the storm, but a lightning bolt shooting right towards what looks like it's shooting right towards in the window towards you or the orb, Cornelius.
Okay. I guess, I mean, I have an idea of what I want to do. I don't know, Joe, if you had a reaction.
There's not much I can do other than yell, so I might let you go first.
Okay. I want to put myself between the orb and the lightning, and then I want to cast shield on myself to use my reaction.
Sweet.
Okay. So what would that give you AC wise?
It's not that great because I don't have my mage armor up, but 16 AC.
All right.
And then Lucy, what are you yelling? Maybe this is probably simultaneous. So like, what are you yelling?
Attack! Attack on the tower! And I will point. Everybody down!
So you yell attack before you say anything else. And I'm like, okay, and like get ready to smash one of these dwarves.
Oh
I realized
god!
you said attack on the tower. I was like, oh. And I like lower my axe.
Oh no.
Go ahead and do a dex save, JD. Sorry, not a.
Yeah. Oh boy, my best rolls are dex today, huh? Yep, 5. And I might as well just do the con for levitation right now as well, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. When you do concentration, is it just a 10 that you're trying to beat?
Depends on how much damage you take.
Depends on how much damage. That's why I said hold on, because
Oh, okay, sorry.
gosh, okay. All right, you take 42 lightning damage.
Oh my god.
Did that one shot you?
Shit.
Are you dead now?
It might.
Yeah, that
No.
kills me.
It
Um,
kills you?
I have 18 hit points.
Oh wow,
Yep.
you're toast.
You're
Yeah,
just-
you're
you're
done.
straight up
Your
toast.
character's done.
Oh my god.
I liked
Shield
Cornelius.
doesn't help.
It's a dex save,
Yeah.
and you weren't supposed to get in the way.
There goes my hero.
Let me see.
Wow.
Let me see.
We thought it would be Rogas.
So here's a question. Was I would a +4 to that reaction or to that save? Well, no, it would have only halved it to 20. Wouldn't have killed me though, right?
No, it wouldn't kill you outright.
Would +4 be enough to get me above the save? What did I have to beat?
What'd you roll?
I forget already. I think I only rolled was it a 6?
I thought it was a 9.
It was a 9. Oh yeah, it was a 9. I rolled an 8 and I have a +1. So would a 13 have gotten it? Because if that's the case, then my shield, because the shield is a reaction to an attack itself, right? And if it's not an attack, but it's a saving throw, then would you as DM allow me to change it to my class feat of arcane deflection, which is a reaction like shield, but it helps with saving throws or attacks. But it's up to you. Because I mean, I can't just say I cast shield on myself. It has to be as something hits me, right? Like I guess I wasn't I thought I was just deflecting an attack.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. If you're getting struck by lightning, you wouldn't be like, I cast shield. You'd use the ability that you would do to negate what's attacking, what's damaging you.
Right, because arcane deflection is when you are hit by an attack or fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to gain a +2 AC against an attack or a +4 bonus to that saving throw. Whereas shield.
Here's what happens.
Okay.
You fall unconscious. You're obliterated. And we'll just say you fail a death save automatically. But the orb also gets struck.
Okay.
After you fall, and it is half gone. The tower is starting to plummet now. And everybody make a dex save. Other than you, JD.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Is that too fudgy, Brad, or did that make sense?
No, it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. But I just
Yeah.
instead of just going in retro and saying that's what happens, there's other repercussions.
Okay.
5.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 4.
All right. Rokas and Pip-Up, you go prone, and you start to slide. Pip-Up, you'll hit the wall. Rokas, by next turn, you will fall out the gap if you don't.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So we're going to, and Cornelius, because of how you position yourself,
and my levitate would have dropped, so I would have just gone throop.
You fall to the ground and you get shoved against the wall.
Okay.
Right there.
The hole's right here, right?
Yeah, just move yourself down a little bit. Yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry. I should have done the move.
So some of we're kind of out of order now. That's fine. Some of the dwarves, well, mission accomplished, I guess. And jump on the dragon's back. The dragon looks over and then do one more perception check. I guess Lucy, because you're the only one that isn't on the ground.
7.
All right. You don't see anything. I should roll dex saves for the dwarves, actually. Natural 20. 18. 15.
Damn.
Okay, high roller.
All right. The damage was a high roll, too. One of the other dwarves fall down. Sorry, I know we're at time now, too, kind of. But one of the other dwarves fall, and the silver dragon says, "Get on my back, everyone who is able." And so all the dwarves start running towards him. Zephyros like, "Oh, the tower can't go down," and he goes over to the orb to try and right it. All right, still rolling high. He stabilizes the tower. It is falling still, but it is not tilted anymore. So anybody that's on the ground is not rolling towards the exit. JD, I'll do a death save for you.
Okay.
Anyone want to do anything right now? I'm just going to keep going with the narration. Running towards the ground.
I'll dash toward Cornelius, but I don't think I can get to him.
Okay, go ahead. You can get close. You're not to him yet. Pip up anything?
I think I get to him with dash, right? But
yeah. You're at his.
Ooh, hold on. I have an idea.
Broadcast anything you're doing while he's.
Am I still like almost falling to my death?
You can get up now. He righted the tower. Zephyros righted the tower, but it is still falling. It's just not tilted.
Holy
How-
shnikes, man.
How
Yeah,
bi-
this is wild.
how big is the opening that this dragon's trying to get through to leave?
He crashed through it initially, so
Yeah.
it is bigger than his size.
Which just roughly how big is it?
80 feet, probably.
80? Okay.
80, probably the whole thing, the whole hole, the entire hole.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Pip Up is going to cast Disguise Self, and I'm going to disguise myself as one of the dwarves.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to run and get on top of the Silver Dragon.
Holy crap.
Perfect. So much chaos. No
Great move.
roll needed. Rocast, did you say you were doing something? I can't remember. Other than
I
getting
just stood up.
up. All right. Death save. Okay. Lucy.
Attempt to stabilize Cornelius.
All right, go ahead, medicine check.
My ghost speaks to him to assist.
Ha! It's only an 8, so I don't know.
Oh gosh. No,
He
that
is
doesn't.
not stabilized.
Ooh.
The dwarves all
Oh,
get
wait.
on the.
Never mind. We had a long rest.
Yeah,
so
we
I
had a
would
long
to use
rest.
can I use lay on hands?
Yes.
That's what I would fucking do.
You would
5
know that.
hit points. Yeah.
All right,
5 hit
Cornelius
points
is
on my
up.
20.
All the
Oh.
dwarves get on the dragon's back, and there are 6 of them because one fell out the window and nobody noticed. So nothing weird there. And he takes off, and he flies out the window, and then
Oh my
really
God.
quick, Brad, before
My
that
pit.
happens,
yeah.
I'm casting Hunter's Mark on Lucy.
Okay.
Cool. Good move.
Yeah.
All right, so he rolls out. Zephyros does his best, but the orb is like sparking with this lightning that hit it. It's cracked. It's half of it's broken off as he's trying to navigate. So you're still falling relatively fast. But all right, we'll do one more time. What's everybody doing?
So the dragon just shoop, everything's gone.
The dragon's out. Everyone make one more perception check.
I am rolling so well.
13.
8.
A 3. Yeah. Makes sense. I just got dropped, so
Eric, what did you say?
I'm on the back of a dragon.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception.
Oh, still
check.
do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Perception. That's 12.
Who got okay?
13 was the highest.
Yeah,
which is
you guys don't
nice.
see anything.
Yeah.
All right. Another round of everybody. Zephyros gets the tower more under control, but it's still falling. What's everyone else doing?
Lucy will ask Zeph if she can help with the orb.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, yes. Put your hands here and try and this way. So go ahead and roll dexterity check. Or Arcana. No, Dex for you.
That's for me. 10.
Okay. It stays the same. You did nothing. Or hurt.
Okay. Come help us. Come help us.
Cornelius,
3.
okay.
Brocast, what are you guys doing?
I wasn't
What-
sure if we were in turn order or not. So
No, just everybody go. Like everyone at once kind of thing.
okay,
What,
and I'm
what
only
do you
at,
need help with?
Stabilizing
Orb?
the orb.
Okay.
and Joe,
I'll
I
try
forget how
that.
many hit points did you give me?
5.
5.
5. Okay. I'm gonna run over to help, but before I do so, I'm gonna cast Arcane Vigor on myself. So it just gives me a chance, bonus action, to roll my hit point die and like 1 or 2 of my hit point die and go for and like get those hit points. So
Okay.
yeah.
Rokas, do a dex check.
And then I was gonna help. And then my
Oh,
action
sorry, go ahead.
was gonna be to help with that. Sorry.
Oh, that's not an action. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
That's a bonus action.
Both of you roll. JD, roll Arcana. Rokas,
Okay.
roll dex.
12.
25. Now I get the good one.
It's when we need it too.
Yeah.
So the tower starts to slow. It is still falling down. But it is slowing. Depending on what you're doing, Pip Up, why don't you either roll a perception or do whatever you were maybe planning on doing?
I mean, I'll just do perception, I guess.
Mhm.
That's pretty darn good. That's a 19.
All right. And actually, you see the silver dragon swoop up and looks like he's going after something. And then what comes into your vision is the tail of a blue dragon, kind of like arcing in the storm.
Fuck. Okay.
And the silver dragon is basically going towards it. So as you're getting closer, you guys know how high up you are if you're touching the orb. So you probably have one more round before you hit the ground. And depending on how well you use this orb, will say how hard you hit the ground.
Yeah.
So everyone roll their orb check, Arcana or Dex.
Dex
10.
Ugh. 8.
10.
Oh god.
That's all right because Zephyros rolled a 17 plus like 10 or something like that. So
Holy shit.
you feel the cloud coming down and hit the ground. All of you take how much is fall damage per 10 feet? It's like a D6, right?
1d6.
1d6, yeah.
Oh no.
You all take 5 damage.
Oh.
I'm
Courtney
raging.
was
so-
unconscious,
Oh,
right?
thank God I did my healing. I would
He
have
did
been
his
down
hit
again.
die. Or he'd be down again.
Wow.
And you skid and the tower kind of like leans. So it's like on a angle. Pieces of rubble are falling off of it, but you are safe. So the silver dragon, you see it. The storm is still going. You see it get struck by lightning. It loses sight of the blue dragon and starts to fly further down towards the ground, and gets close to basically where you all are. The storm dissipates and you see nothing in the sky. It's a beautiful day. There's nothing to see there. It lands. You see a dwarf. You see what was something like a wisp of gas turn into a dwarf. The one that fell was actually in. You drank a bottle of gaseous form.
Oh,
So
nice.
they did not die. They all have it. It's in the module and everything. I didn't make that up. Because they were going to use that to get to the second floor if there weren't those stairs.
Cool.
But anyway, he lands, looks on his back, and basically says, "I have one too many dwarves on my back."
Oh boy.
And
I
looks
think
right at
that's
you.
a good. I'm sorry to be that
Up.
guy, but it's
No.
okay.
Um,
I mean, you guys want to keep going, feel free, but I need to call it a night. I got to get up and like.
no, essentially, yeah, that's where I wanted to get to. So,
Okay, cool.
and so he lands close to where you guys are, and he looks back at you while you're on his back, and that's where we'll end.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
awesome.
Oh, what a session, man.
Great
was
episode.
wild.
We almost had 2 deaths.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
real quick before we completely go, Cornelius, you were supposed to do something that wasn't step in front of the lightning bolt. Because that was it. Yeah, it was meant to just hit the orb and then be done. But
oh, yeah. Oh
Incredible.
man.
You have 18 hit points. Like that's your max hit point
Mhm.
total.
at
And you're
level
a
wizard
melee
at level
wizard?
4, I guess.
Melee wizard at level 4, I guess. Yeah. 18 hit
Yeah,
points.
and because I didn't expect battle, I didn't beef up with my. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. It was saving throw, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've rolled the lowest like every single time I get the hit points. So
Oh no.
Oh, that's
All right,
right. You're
well-
rolling. I forgot. Okay. That makes
yeah,
sense.
I roll.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Thank
we
you.
can continue this soon as possible next week.
Heck yeah.
I
but
don't know if I'm going to be back in time for next week. It's a big question mark. Sorry.
It's okay.
We
We
will
can all
see
sort
then.
it out. We
Okay.
can.
Well,
we
I
can
also
talk about
like
it.
at least until Thursday, I'm not going to be in Cell Land, so I'm going camping tomorrow. So
The mystery.
yes,
Okay.
but I'll be
So-
back
So until next time.
until next
Until
time.
Until next time.
See you, tubes.
Bye.
right.